We're starting the first round of Viaduct, which is the second map. GBB, why don't you go ahead and take us away on this mid?
Alright, looks like the PAL is rolling out onto the cliff side lower, and Duatna is lowering out main side on the other side, so they should start out with a lot of spam here. Sheep actually jumps really early on this and goes down. He ended up taking out Brian though, so no demo on this mid. I mean, again, you should just take this for free. This Wrangler up top is being a massive pest though. Frank West is all over it now, though.
Huey, what'd you see there? What was the success of that mid for Ginyu Forest?
Definitely Sheep. I mean, not only did he get Brian, but a few people had to turn and deal with him. More kills went off at the same time. Boink just didn't make anything happen with his bomb. Cammy is running crits, though, and is going to have it up and ready to go with a very slim chance to make something happen. They have to go right now.
Max, getting two picks before the crits comes in. This is going to be tough, but here, let's keep it on Brian. It's Cam. They should crits right now. Here it comes. What can they get with it? Oh, counter Uber popped off.
Not going to get anything out of it. Duatna does manage to take down Cammy as well, though. Overseer holds her Uber, uses it perfectly, keeps everyone alive, actually. No one on Ginyu going down until right now Frank sneaking in. Frank's a spy, so you expect him to die constantly. So great exchange from Ginyu.
Whoa.
And Sheep, wow, she's got hid inside one of the little connecting doors outside of spawn, and as soon as Cammy left, he was in on Cammy and took him down.
Actually, I just want to make it clear, Duatna did kill Cammy on that crits, and that was actually a respawned Cammy that Sheep was camping and got to kill him again, so that's really well done by Sheep.
Oh, Mouse ends up picking Duatna here. No spam all around this point. It's going to make it a lot easier for BPM to kind of make their move. I'm going to look for them to try to make a play, though, on Brian to try to maybe make a play back, but no, it looks like they're just giving this up.
Overseer does have Uber. They're not going to give it up without a fight. Yeah, the Uber's going to be popped off coming in. Sheep hitting a massive air shot on the quartz, popping up the engineer, getting forced back. Mini sentry does go down. Sheep's up on the Mouse now. Mishes a little pop-up air shot, but goes ahead and takes him down. Frank with the quest with the backstab and a pulse. Saying, hey, I'm a spy too, say my name sometime, maybe Huey. But, yeah, just... Cammy did live through everything. Frank is on him, trying to get down, maybe get a headshot, but taken down by Quartz. Yeah, Ginyu holds on to this, holds on to the point so far. 2 minutes tick away. We're sub 1 minute left now for Ginyu's hold, and BPM Cammy, just now having Uber.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he switched over to Uber. They should be trying to make a play almost immediately.
Overseer might have it in time, though. She's at 85 right now. She keeps healing here.
Max is going huge, taking out Pulse, and Brian right after. Uber's not going to be able to do much without the demo man. The best they can do is Uber as scout. And the Uber does get forced by Pudding Cup getting in. Brilliant play. This is a terrible Uber. A couple frags going for BPM, but it's just not going to be enough. The only thing they can kind of hope for here is maybe Ginyu overextends after this Uber, but doesn't look like they're going to. Sheep coming in again. One good rocket. Looks like it exploded at Cammy's feet, but nothing actually damaged him. So Ginyu just absolutely dominating this first round here.
Yeah, Max going absolutely enormous. Every time
BPM
pushing in.
Wow. BPM, like the closest they got to that point was getting it half capped about 2 minutes ago. And wow, that was just all Ginyu, and that's kind of a prize. Maybe Ginyu's just riding the momentum they got from that first map.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good right now. Max is playing really well, Sheep's playing really well. Frank getting a lot of kills there as well, so everything right in their favor. Let's see at this mid, Duatna again pushing up across the point. He's got spam, he's got position. He's got a headshot to the face though.
Oh, wow. Boink jumped way behind, then Max ends up going for the glory headshot midair and takes Boink right out of the sky. Well behind
again,
Ginyu.
just every frag going in BPM's favor as I see Quest take down the sentry gun and Quartz as Pudding Cup takes down the heavy as well. Just Ginyu just so dominant so far on both mids. See if they can continue. Overseer's again going to have full advantage. A few players do go down for Ginyu. Pudding Cup, one of them. Pyro is kind of important to have up when defending from Suiciders. See if BPM manages anything from that. Pulse is going to come up and take down TM4. Overseer didn't turn around in time, and it's taking down my Pulse as well, so Pulse finally puts his team on the scoreboard here as BPM takes the point back.
I know as a caller and a team leader, I would definitely, not be telling. I would be telling my team not to get overconfident here. BPM has all of the potential and fragging power to take this map. So, hopefully, Ginyu Force don't, get discouraged by just that one little play by Pulse and keep working at it.
Max, big headset on the Cammy. Is that a? I don't know if Cammy had Uber or not, but
no, close to it. If he didn't have it.
This is
still a lot of
Max
frags going BPM's way. Bronze getting a lot of kills up around the point. Ginyu got the pick, kept Overseer alive, but still a little bit more time is going to take away for BPM.
Pulse taking out Max, obviously gonna want to focus that guy.
Pudding Cup having a little bit of trouble knocking down Pulse, and Bronze coming in trying to get the kill, but getting taken out by the respawn wave of Ginyu Force. Foster Cheap coming up.
They lost a lot of forward pressure. I would imagine Ginyu Force could take this without using Uber here.
With Cammy down and Ginyu not pushing yet, I would have, I don't know, sacrificing too many players that late wasn't really good, and Ginyu easily takes back over the point. Cammy does have about 70%. That's charging pretty quickly. Is this Uber crits? It is crits, so I'm going to see in about 5 seconds here, Brian come up, see if he can get anything with the crits play. There they are. They're up on the point. Crit's not quite popped off yet.
Oh, he
goes popped off, but Sheep read that perfectly, came in, saw the combo moving up, took down Cammy.
Trying to make the play with the Overseer right now. Getting 2 rockets. Overseer's hurt. Oh, he ends up getting Overseer. Kapow also jumped in to try to get that pick. They can do a lot for this.
And Pulse took down Duwatna pretty early, too, right after Cammy went down, and ended up coming and taking down Team 4, and now he's got Max as well, so Pulse surviving, getting a lot of kills. BPM, even though the big play is coming out from Ginyu, just not able to take this back.
Yeah, just like Ginyu Force, when they're kind of, into the dirt, they have Max there to kind of, get them out of some holes. Pulse does that for BPM. He makes those plays happen. He lessens the pressure for the rest of the team, and he's doing it right now. He's picked Duwatna like 3 times this round. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, and that's why I assumed BPM took this, is because not only do they have that, aggressive pressure that they apply much better than Ginyu does, but they have that, that constant, just ability of Pulse to just deny any push and any defense. He's done that so far this second round.
Immediately onto the cliff side. Overseer's heading over the cliff. Is going to be able to run back. Cammy goes down. So Overseer has a big advantage.
I think Boink, no, he can't chase here. Overseer gets away safely.
Yeah, there's only 35 seconds left on the clock for BPM
Pulse
to hold this point.
At their spawn. I think he's going to try to make a play. He wanted to hurt him, Cloak, though, I think.
Wow,
yeah, and Sheep spots him out.
So this is going to be Ginyu's one push. Expect Boink to bomb in here early, try to force this Uber, make sure nothing happens. There he is, getting caught out by Abe. Max going down, that's not going to help in the long run of this fight. Ginyu needs to get some frags to make this work. We've got a couple picks, nothing super important yet.
Sheep with the crispest rockets I've ever seen.
Pulse again, though. Overseer and Pudding Cup going down on the point. Ginyu's got to hold this. They can't really let BPM retake it at all. Down, Overseer's going to spawn up in a couple seconds, but need to keep Duwatna alive. If Duwatna goes down,
Max takes down Pow.
Yeah, and TM4 saw the flank coming in. Took down a couple on the flank, including Cygnus, and I believe Bronze is in there.
Can we put on the pulse cam? He's looking like he's ready to make a play right now. He's in the house. He's decloaked behind a sniper. Coming out of the house, can he? Nope. Looks like TM4 knows. Pulse trying to be tricky, doing a little overstab attempt, but doesn't seem to work out.
Yeah, Overseer's actually ended up a little bit ahead on Uber. They can't give BPM this point, and just numbers are completely in BPM's favor too. Yeah.
Duwatna's dead.
TM4's
dead. That should be all she wrote for this round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tying it up 1-1.
Look at that MVP Pulse.
Medic.
Yeah, Medic wasn't even on score on the MVP board. Yeah, that's nuts. Just big plays from a few players, mostly Pulse on BPM. Yeah, so this is kind of what we expected to see. BPM coming away the victor in some kind of scrappy fights. After that first Duwatna goes down really early. Mouse, yeah.
Hard mid to win after you lose your demo.
Pudding Cup pressuring
in, but yeah, Kapow reading that, taking him down. Frank West unable to make anything to happen onto Mouse, who's, I believe, wearing a Razorback, so I think probably both snipers are wearing that Razorback. Frank might want to switch up to the pistol, or the revolver, and get away from his ambassador if he wants to be a little more effective on the flank.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. BPM spent a really long time before capping, and, you know, all of Ginyu Force is already up. I'm sure that wasn't intentional, but kind of an odd decision.
They might have waited their spawns, actually, considering how the spawns work on costs. If they'd have capped the point, their spawns would have taken longer. They would have taken a few more seconds. So.
Yeah, but in the time they waited, I mean,
yeah.
Spawns are happening
The
anyway,
Uber gets
so.
popped here from Overseer. They're pushing aggressively. Frank was trying to make a play onto Candy, but can't. I imagine they're just gonna re-crits in, and yep, looks like
There it is.
they're gonna be spreading the stickies all over the point.
TM4, the big flank along with Abe Lincoln, and takes down Cygnus Brian, and Max finishes off Cammy with a body shot. So that Uber that didn't really look too strong from Ginyu ended up being just fine with TM4 sitting on the flank getting kills.
Yeah, actually, we got to give that credit there to Sheep. He jumped in, as he's always read these crits pushes really well. He jumped in, 4 people were looking at him, no one was looking at TM4, and it was just a massacre after that. Duana goes down though right now, so their holding pressure is kind of low. Go ahead.
I was going to say Pulse is kind of employing the revolver, just trying to take down Max, who's, like I said, also wearing the raid back, just denying Max any freedom just to sit and snipe in peace. I'm going to try to sit on one of the snipers here. Mouse is actually... Max was pretty dominant that first round, but Mouse has been bringing it back these second two.
Yeah, that last shot was actually sick, and even Max is giving him some commendation in Grave Chat right now, saying nice shot. What do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, the Uber's popped off from Ginyu Force. Cammy's sitting up on the cliff with Brian coming in with the crits, takes down Foster and Abe, and Overseer going down as well. Cygnus has switched back to the reserve shooter, his standby from Season 8. Putting some good... Wow, putting... Cammy, I'm not sure how he died there, but putting did take him down with flames.
Cammy got launched into the skybox, came down, it's already hurt. Putting barely touching some flames, and Cammy's just on fire at like 5 health.
Oh, wow.
Cygnus had a chance to maybe turn around and blow him out, but they ended up all dying.
You know, this is just my opinion, but I think BPM seemed to be playing the kind of viaduct back and forth seesaw a little bit better than Ginyu Force. As you can notice, like, they're getting in and getting that cap time and, you know, getting points even when they don't have Uber, and Ginyu Force are kind of playing a little bit more passive, waiting for the Uber before they make any decisions. I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, that's just leading to like, every fight kind of being kind of longer and drawn out, but generally ends in BPM's favor.
Here we go. Finally, they're making
Sheep again. Sheep's been keeping Ginyu Force in this so far. These last couple rounds.
Absolutely.
Got Cammy. That's probably the 4th time he's taken down Cammy, who was sitting at about 80% Uber. Foster getting up and taking down Kapow as well as Ginyu Force retakes the point. Frank West taking down Mouse with a headshot, electing to stay on the ambassador. I will eat my words there. He's doing work at flank right now. Yeah, just. Looks like Ginyu gonna get this point for free. Overseer didn't even have to use an Uber there. He's got sitting with 100% advantage. They just need to watch the bombers and watch for Pulse right now.
Yeah, it looks like
here comes Pulse up on the point. Yeah, TM4 taking him down.
Looks like they're holding pretty well. Boink gets taken down on the flank, so they're not gonna have any bombing soldiers coming in here. Pudding Cup, I'm not sure what happened to him. He got taken out by Bronze.
Yeah,
Uber
Pud
gets
went
forced.
down. Wow, Duatna, okay. Duatna took down Cam. Pudding went down, killing Boink, basically. But still, everything's in Ginyu's favor right now. BPM feeling a little rushed on the Mouse does, he keeps up his streak, taking down Duatna. He's gotten that pick on Duatna quite a few times since this hasn't really been able to. Mouse is kind of taken over. As I say that, does take down Overseer.
These guys are
BPM
making us eat our words.
Yeah, every time I say something, I'm proven completely wrong. BPM's just going to march back on the point. So many frags going in their favor. Frank West, though, managed to take down Mouse with a headshot, and a headshot coming from Max on the court. Pudding getting a nice reflect on the Boink as well. Evening out the advantage. Spawn's going to be longer for BPM as they do take control of the point. Wow, Max.
Max
He
is
just going
on
crazy
fire right now. He just went on a streak of 4 headshots.
Overseer
It looks
actually...
like
Oh, it wasn't a real... No, it was a real saw. She just didn't get Uber for it. Interesting. Her Uber percent didn't go up.
Pulse was probably disguised. If you Uber saw a disguised spy, you do not get any Uber from it.
I thought he was cloaked. He just uncloaked quick enough.
Which is kind of BS in my opinion. As a medic, you should be able to get that, but whatever.
Yeah, that should be a tell.
Oh, Foster ends up taking out Cammy. This looks like it should just be Ginyu's. There's no chance that BPM getting on top of this.
Yeah,
Pulse
they're
trying
holding
but
so far close that BPM's just not able to get out for free, and that's something I'm guessing Pudding Cup has probably helped them with quite a bit.
Yeah, they had
Bonus.
excellent pressure.
Coming from Bonus, who had just amazing holds on Viaduct last season, Pudding Cup jumping in, I'm sure, and as well as Abe, probably taught quite a bit about holding the point.
Alright, why don't you take us away on this mid, Huey? Pick a player.
I'm on Dewatna. He spots out Boink jumping in. Boink's just going to go back and distract. Dewatna's coming off cliff, getting a lot of good pressure into BPM combo, getting a lot of good damage onto Brian, forcing him back. Frag's mostly in Ginyu's favor, actually. It's mostly even. I'm going to see if Cammy can get this crits up. He's sitting at 90% right now, kind of behind the rock. Spam still coming in from Dewatna, though. The majority of BPM is all clumped up. If Dewatna can get some good spam on them, they may be in trouble.
It looks like Overseer is back.
Frank
So
West is going for the play right now, and gets Cammy.
Yeah, so Crit's a little ineffective kill by Frank West there. Overseer with 100% Uber going to come in, deny this point. Yeah, wow, TM4 again, kind of a little bit of a flank play coming in, getting a lot of cleanup kills. Boink jumping in, seeing if he can make anything happen. Does take down Sheep. He's still alive.
Sitting behind them right now. Oh, he ends up taking down Dewatna and Abe.
Wow.
No.
Great play from Kapow, going to keep BPM in it. Overseer's just got about a 10% advantage on her Uber. Let's see if Cammy is still in crits. He's actually switched back to Uber Gun, so we're going to see some Uber v Uber, which thus far I think has favored BPM. Ginyu's holds have just been so good. They don't seem to have been able to attack and take the point well as BPM, but their holds seem just a little bit better. It's less back and forth when you
have won those rounds have had the better holds, you know. So far, you know, Getting Force has done it twice with their nice holds, and BPM's done it once. We'll see here.
A lot of frags going down.
Here.
Ryan really hurt, going to land with 16 health. Gonna have to go back and get a health pack taken out of the fight. Overseer with 100% Uber. Mouse going down to max. They might not even need to use this Uber on the point. And Uber does get forced, so to see a little bit of an exchange. Overseer should come out on top of this.
Yeah,
BPM doesn't really have layers they need. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Max ends up taking out Pulse on the point. Pulse is ready to make a play on both Sheep and Dewatna, standing right behind them.
I have seen Max do that so many times. Just headshot a spy who's about to stab someone important on his team. Max is just really clutch and always looking at the right thing.
Yeah, and he's also really good at headshotting spies, as it turns out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see this hold here. Go ahead, GBB.
I was gonna say, I think you're referring to the video of him headshotting Stabby cloaked multiple times.
Yes, he headshot him fully cloaked, and Stabby was not too happy about that one. And I've seen him do it in a number of pugs too. Putting Cup on the flank here, actually creating a lot of distraction.
West is trying to make the play, but he ends up running into Cygnus instead of the medic.
Looks like Ginyu Force are conceding this mid. I think rightfully so. The position is definitely in BPM's favor. Let's see Pulses on the flank with Boink getting the pistol out, takes out Pudding Cup. They go and take out Abe too, so good flank play from BPM.
The flank for Ginyu is pretty much just gone right now. Pursuer does have Uber. They need to not waste time. Those deaths are going to cost them a little bit of time here. Uber is coming up. They're going to count on the flank respawns to come in and help in this fight. The BPM's Uber is just going to be so much better, so pretty much solo on Sharp Shot. Yeah.
I thought he was going to go on the medic, but the team backs her up, and it's kind of getting on the cliff right now.
Yeah, just a little bit too much of an extension from BPM as they lose a lot of players after that Uber. It's kind of traded, the team's kind of traded what was happening after Uber's there. Max not quite getting a pan kill. It was a Kree, but still throwing out. I guess that didn't really pan out for you.
And the taunt, too.
The taunt on the Pulse, so Max must have heard him on Cloak or something, taking down Pulse.
Actually, I think Abe saw him and called him out for Max.
Oh, gotcha.
Pulse had like 10 health. Not really the most glorious kill I've ever seen.
Mouse ends up taking down TM4. No heavy on the point. Takes out a lot of health that you have to actually push through. Sheep also goes down.
Yeah, he was trying to make a play on the cam. He just didn't make it happen this time. Mouse finally gets back at Max.
Mouse.
And
Mouse.
takes down Overseer as well. So Mouse is clutching this for BPM. Cammy does have Uber. Ginyu needs to get a force on this if they want to be able to hold this. And Duwanda does go kind of up into the bridge over the point, so he doesn't get really the jump he wants. And yeah, nothing really touching Cammy. Safe back behind the point behind the rock.
They got wiped there. Pulse actually came in and took out Pudding Cup and Carbocyde Lincoln, so just everyone getting crushed under the weight of VPM there.
And Frank's still unable to make anything happen on the combo.
Pulse once again, picking Team 4, takes out Max, so he is putting in overtime right now for BPM here, and he definitely needs to.
Yeah, BPM in good position though. I mean, Ginyu still needs to get a force out, or push right now with a couple players advantage, but Overseer doesn't have the Uber. Cammy does. It's going to be another 20 seconds before Overseer actually gets it up. They're not really building too quickly either, so Ginyu just kind of trying to pressure up. The force did come out. I didn't see from what though, so only Pudding Cup has gone down to Cygnus, and nothing else, so Ginyu's sitting in a really good position here. Pulse is up right behind Dewatna right now. Can't quite take anything down. Max actually comes to save his combo with the Kukri again, dropping the bind out again. It's not a pan, Max. It doesn't matter though, because you're saving your team over and over.
Yeah, that's that's really interesting. They had Uber, got forced out, and they actually lost players, even though they had the Uber, so that's just not going to work out for you.
And Ginyu actually got up there and did not even have to use their Uber, so they got that point for free, and they're in a fantastic...
Cammy.
Wow. And, so Ginyu's just in a great position to hold this point. Kapow jumping in.
They're trying to force Overseer, and they do. Pulse.
She does end up forcing to pulse the 160 ping, maybe a little bit of afraid of a weird warpy face stab there, as sometimes has been known to do.
I have been in that position before. I know exactly what was going through her mind. She's like, I have the super advantage. We have this kind of on lockdown. I don't want to risk anything here.
With Cammy going down right there too, that was a perfect pop. I mean, that was a free Uber for her. The advantage is exactly even, and Cammy did just go down again. I did not see to what though.
I think it was Sheep.
Sheep
again, clutching it.
So everyone needs to just be shoved onto point right now.
Yeah, they're not getting much though.
Just no one that can actually get there. Putting is keeping everyone off the point too. So wow, Ginyu force going up 3-1 in the first half here. That's kind of a surprise. I mean, we saw a 5-3 on Croissant. That's actually exactly what Pudding Cup called in his predictions. And this one, I think everyone was kind of expected BPM to be a little more in control of things, but Ginyu.
Yeah, there's also the intangible here, because they have a new medic. Maybe some things are working out differently. Cammy is a good player. I've seen him play medic in other classes, but you need practice at this high level of Highlander play at least. You got to get those scrims in, and he was called in at the last minute, and I can't imagine that it isn't taking some kind of toll on the team. The comms are different. The Uber game can be a little different.
Yeah, I don't think Cammy did play this map with them. I want to say maybe he rang for them at least once in a scrim, but I'm not entirely sure. Kozen's in chat. He could let us know, as he's
I think
he didn't play at all. I guess.
I think Cammy played this map in the regular season. I could be completely wrong. I don't know.
I honestly don't remember, but
right now,
regardless, it's not ideal. Cammy having to Cammy was not planning on playing tonight. Let's just say that.
So
just called in,
tough.
not really in maybe the mindset, but Frank West in the chat saying, forget the medals, 3 keys, baby.
Maybe getting a little ahead of himself. He's still got to win one more round, Frank. Let's not get hasty
Frank needs to remember what happened last time Tangerine played BPM on a King of the Hill map, which was Tangerine going up 3-0 really quickly in the first half and then losing it 3-4 in the second half. Definitely anything can still happen. These last few rounds have been really, really close.
I mean, I'm looking at the pings here, and Pulse and Bronze both have terrible ping. I'm sure it's affecting their play, but what does BPM have to do to counter this really amazing play? I think Sheep is really causing them a lot of problems.
Yeah, I just want to interject. According to Kozen, Cammy did play this map for BPM in the playoffs a few weeks ago, so that was actually not too long ago.
We're going live here with the last round, so Duwanda way up on the point, but is he going to get killed? No. Oh, yes he is. Brian finishes him off with a sticky. So let's see. BPM should have this. The aggressive bomb from Sheep gets shut down by Cygnus, and Sharpshot takes out Frank West. So BPM should have this mid pretty handily. See how many frags they can get.
I just heard interesting news actually. Apparently, if Bronze is getting DDoSed, I think he's using his phone's internet right now, which is why he has 129 ping.
He's
I know
tethering.
Mouse has played using his phone's internet before tethering it too during the summer season. It's not particularly fun to play on, but I guess kind of has to.
And you know, props to them. They're not whining about it. I like to see that kind of you know, sportsmanship happening. You know, they play with what's available to them. They understand. If they try to wait until the internet gets fixed, it could take forever. So,
yeah. The Uber did get forced by
Bronze for that.
Cammy by a little combination, I think, of Dewatna and West sitting there. Brian
Everyone
the
laughing
caber
at that one.
doesn't quite take down TM4. Heavies have a little bit too much help. Pulse finishes the job for him, though, with a nice backstab. So, Ginyu, I'm having trouble remembering Ginyu was red now. Taking over the point again for the first time this round, I suppose.
Yeah,
BPM
Brian,
took it initially, but didn't hold it too long.
learning how much damage the caber does right there.
Oh,
Highlander's
Frank
hard,
West
man.
is able to take down Brian, and Dewatna also goes down. There's no demo for either team right now. But
There's
all the frags are going BPM's away.
hardly anyone up for Ginyu right now. Just this little mini sentry as Abe's booking it out of there. So BPM gets a free retake. Cammy sitting with 90%. That's charging relatively fast. I think that might be crits again. Let me try to get over to it. It's Uber. I'm completely wrong. That's cool. But still sitting with a 40% advantage. Ginyu's going to have to get a force off on the Cammy or win another kind of difficult Uber v Uber fight.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and analyze what's going through the mumbles right now. What is BPM saying to each other right now to kind of keep them in good moods? What do you think, Huey?
I'm going to say hashtag believe.
Yeah,
Is
That would
probably
be a good
being thrown out. Like that's kind of been BPM's thing, like brought to them by Boink, I believe, the entire season. You know, they might be in kind of dire straits. They know they can do this.
Oh, Overseer has to pop here to save TM4. Pulse just jumped down behind, missed the stab.
The control point is being contested.
Frank headshots Mouse as he goes through a teleporter. He's gonna go ahead and take down a tele. Frank's back at the spawn. Ginyu taken over the point so far. They have the positioning. Boink's gonna jump in behind Overseer. Overseer with a very nice, nice little juke as Lincoln takes down Boink. Dewatna's really low health and gets in. It's being shot down by Bronze. Is wow, lots of kills on the flank going. 4 BPM. Bronze getting a nice double there.
Oh, Max just took down Brian though.
Yeah, Max is gonna turn
That's
it on the Pulse and Brian. BPM's gonna get the point. Ginyu's gonna pressure right back up though. I think they know that the Uber's not quite up for either team. It's really close though. Overseer is just one of the. She probably is the best in Highlander at tracking Uber percentage. She just knows all the time. It's pretty natural. Ginyu's pressuring up on the point, had good position. They're gonna lose some players here. Pudding's gonna go down after getting one nice push onto Sharpshot. Gonna kind of force the Uber to be in a pretty bad position. Sheep comes in after the Uber takes down Cammy. Another just fantastic play from him. Sheep has just been keeping everything in Ginyu's advantage this entire map so far.
Yeah,
Lots of kills going down. Boink's getting up on the point. Mouse
gets a headshot on Overseer here, helping to equalize.
and Max takes out Mouse, so that kind of equalizes the sniper situation there. But
Cammy's gonna have probably a nice 30-40% advantage by the time Overseer spawns. Not anymore. Max. There you go.
Yep.
Pulse is a little bit too late. Does end up taking down Max though. The revolver. Looks like Foster's just gonna build with the little sword from the Witcher, whatever you call it, a 3-rune blade.
yeah, the Boston Basher reskin. So
Yeah.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
looks like BPM have to make something happen here. They need some magic here.
Yeah.
Some kind of miracle play, some huge play out of someone. Pulse, Pulse.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pulse
the
does
Pulse
just go
goes
down
down.
there, doesn't quite get a stab. Here comes Boink jumping in, trying to get anything. This doesn't really make it happen, but Brian comes in, takes down Pudding Cup and Sheep. Overseer forced to retreat back to spawn, but no, Brian chases him down with a nice
Nice.
sticky. So BPM's got to hold this point for a minute. Ginyu with only 37 seconds left, full advantage for BPM. That was looking really scary for BPM right there, but very nice play from Boink and Brian, the AG brothers there coming in, evening things up.
Yeah, Brian picking that medic is very huge. That actually gives them a chance to hold this out for a decent amount of time. Could close it out actually with that, like, Ginyu Force cap again. Cammy at 100% Uber right now.
Mission ends in
Pulse is trying to get up onto Watna again, as he always has done.
They're playing
gets
really
taken down
far
by Abe.
back.
I think Cammy's a bit doesn't want to peek with Max just sitting there.
Yeah,
They don't have
that's
mouse up. They don't have any pressure on Max. Max is just sitting there, fully
They're just
charging
putting
on the
pressure
set.
on the point here. and-
They're gonna give up this point.
Oh,
Oh,
almost.
and Max takes down Cammy. That
Wow.
drop might have sealed it.
Yeah, Overseer sitting with 100% Uber now, just everything dead
Oh my
for
god.
BPM. Just nothing's gonna come in except for maybe Pulse. Where is he right now? He is
Max
in behind. It's actually not
Max
in
got
behind.
the medic. I just want to actually. Max got the medic. He got the demo, and then he picked Boink out of the air.
Pulse coming up behind, going on to Overseer, doesn't quite get the stab, moving on to Watna. Overseer spots him out, and Uber's 14 seconds left. That's a perfect Uber. Nothing bad gonna come from that. So many frags in Ginyu's favor right now. BPM has to get up to the point with 5 seconds left. Is anything gonna happen? Ginyu's playing so far forward. TM4 going down. Bronze not quite
Nope,
able to
that
get on the
is
point,
it.
and there you go.
Congratulations
4-1
to
Ginyu
Ginyu Force. They are the Season 9 Highlander champions. First place. Good job to those guys.
Fantastic play at both teams tonight. Ginyu Force just looking, a little bit stronger. The team play coming off, and Max on this map has just been so dominant.
Yeah, and that's really well played by them. I don't know if we want to bring in anyone for any interviews.
Yeah, I will see. Maybe if I can get let's see if I can get maybe Max and Overseer in.
Yes, that would be good.
Just one
Yeah,
minute
totally.
here.
And a good game to BPM as well. It's unfortunate that they had so many issues changing their medics, some internet troubles, but they hung through, and they didn't complain. They just played their best, and unfortunately fell short. I hope to see them back again next season.
I must say, I'm really glad Kozin didn't play, because he has a habit of coming into the Twitch chat right after a match and ruining the game for everyone. So I don't think that happened this telling everyone. Yeah, telling everyone in the game, don't ruin the scores for everyone watching.
I'm gonna see. I'm just Max. He's gonna try to come in. Let me see. We'll see if we can get logs. I'm not sure if we have anything yet.
I'm asking right now. Stay tuned for just a couple more minutes. We'll see what magic we can get with the logs and the interviews going here.
Oh, and just a reminder, I guess, to people watching, if you want to play in UGC, the website is ugcleague.com. I'm not quite sure when the summer season starts, but it'll probably won't be in a couple weeks.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting info to everyone here who wants to come in. It's the first one, second one. There's Overseer, there's Max. See if I can get Pudding Cup in here too.
I gave him the info. He should be joining us shortly. We'll go ahead and just go ahead and get started. Congratulations, guys. How does it feel? First place.
Finally! How long have I been playing in this league?
As long as I have Overseer.
You're making my
You should
brother
have been
feel
on our
bad.
roster. You should have been on our roster.
Yeah, maybe, but it's okay. For me, it was about playing with friends. First place medal wasn't as important to me, but I'm glad to see that some of my former teammates are getting what they
Pudding,
deserve.
finally.
Yeah,
and
Pudding,
Abe.
who was third place, Pudding and Abe third place forever, it seemed.
I guess, let's see, a quick question. What made you guys choose Croissant? And I guess we can talk about Swiftwater a little bit later.
I'm
even though
gonna
we didn't
go
get to
with.
it.
I'd like to go with DJ's explanation, was just that everyone hates it and we wanted to piss the other team off. I think that's a good explanation.
Maybe, you know what? Mind games are certainly a part of this. I know some former champions have certainly played their fair share of mind games. Hein and Seabass both have done it, and it has worked on several occasions, so it wouldn't be out of the question. Max, did you have any input on Croissant? I'm sure you had a few things to say about it when it was chosen.
I actually wanted to play Process, but I think the rest of the team decided on Croissant, and I didn't really care, so...
Okay, well, I guess
that
there's
sounds
that.
like you. Not really caring.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I was the
okay.
one who really was begging to pick Croissant.
Just Pudding
well,
Cup has joined us in here for anyone who's wondering.
Yeah, I finally made it.
While we're doing this, Huey, do you want to just take a log of if anyone has any questions to ask any of these three guys or about the match? Go ahead and paste them in
Yeah,
the
just
Twitch chat.
fantastic job tonight, guys. I could not be more proud of you. So happy you guys pulled it off. I am on the team, so I do get the first place medal. I have a vested interest in this. I hopefully stayed pretty unbiased throughout the cast. But
I
let's
think you're
see.
pretty unbiased.
Max, why did you suck at first?
Did I? I don't know, man.
It
seemed
seemed
like-
like you weren't going as Max as you
Yeah.
usually do.
I mean, I predicted once you turned it on, you would really turn it on, and that did seem to happen. Especially on Viaduct, you just got Cammy so many times. You know, what was it maybe that let you get that? Were you just not feeling the pressure that you felt from BPM when we were scrimming them on Viaduct before? It seemed like an
Well-
entirely different type of game.
I'm not completely sure, but it was me that recommended swapping servers because I just didn't feel like I was getting the reg that I should have on Croissant. And
That's
then,
fair.
it's also really easy on Croissant to shut me down. I mean, the first couple rounds I was just getting jumped constantly and Spy got me. I mean, it isn't easy.
Yeah, actually, as an extension of that spy, what was your plan against Pulse? I mean, I'm sure you guys know what kind of monster he can be, and he certainly had, a plethora of amazing plays. Did you guys have any specific game plan dealing with him on these two maps?
I guess I'll take that one. I don't know. I feel like the more I play against Pulse, the more I sort of understand his movements, what he likes to do, how he likes to switch it up. But I probably would have to give it to Team 4, always being on the lookout for Pulse.
The unsung hero, TM4, who...
Yeah,
it
big
Thanks
shout out
to
to
that
Team
guy.
4.
So much thanks to that guy because he
Yep.
doesn't even play heavy. Never played it before we made him come in and play for playoffs.
Why don't you guys give a little explanation of what happened that brought TM4 in? I mean, a lot of people know in Highlander that he's a main sniper, so, what brought him in as heavy for you guys?
Dill couldn't resist the weed.
Dill,
Yeah.
just the way. That pretty much sums
Became
it up, doesn't
addicted.
it? So you
It's
guys
too
had to
much.
switch. You guys had to switch to a new heavy, and I'm sure that was tough in a lot of ways. But you guys made it work, and no no shortcomings from TM4, it seems.
Yeah, Team 4 is a great team player. Couldn't be happier with him.
I mean, aside from his gameplay, his attitude is just fantastic.
He's so happy all the time.
He's insanely happy.
GBB, did you have any specific questions to ask to these guys?
Not really. Well played. I also realized that since I removed myself from BPM's roster, I'm not going to get a second place medal, so...
Get boxed, son.
All because you didn't want to play medic anymore.
Yo, Singus asked me to play medic in a pug scrim, and I was like, nope, never again.
I'm gonna talk about Viaduct here a little bit. I know in scrims, you guys have been scrimming Syndicate a lot this week, and they seem to have had your number in pretty much every scrim. What was your thought process going into the Viaduct part of this match? Did you guys change anything as a result of those scrims, or did you guys just kind of play your game and hope for the best?
Ooh. Overseer?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. I don't. We didn't really like Dwatna. Pretty much switched over main calling about Gully Wash week. It's kind of why we suddenly decided we were gonna beat Syndicate on that map. But funny thing about Syndicate, like they're really good at Viaduct. It's just something
Arthur.
like Arthur is a monster on that map. Stabby always goes huge. So like really our goal was just figuring out how to stay safe with an aggressive hold to keep down that sniper. And I don't know, against Syndicate, JGK was giving us a lot more trouble than Mouse was, but against BPM was really just like, we figured out if we just started containing Boink's bombs and Pulse coming in for the stabs, like I don't know, the rest of the areas of our team could out DM the rest of their team.
All right, that makes sense. Are there any more questions from Twitch chat, Huey, or if you had any to ask yourself?
Nothing really too significant. I just do want to point out what the Twitch chats has been pointing out, that Sheep just did so much on Viaduct as well. He getting Cammy over and over, especially like in the early rounds. Yeah, Sheep was just doing tons and tons of work, keeping advantages in your guys' favor. So, I don't know if
And
anyone
he says
has.
Viaduct is his worst map.
He does.
Always so humble.
Yeah, but was that all him, or was that you guys, kind of directing, or was that just him reading things just perfectly?
Yeah. He chose the times to go in. I mean, Frank would call when he was in position, and there'd be other calls to give him clues, but it was all his decision when to go in, and he just chose the perfect times.
Is there anything else that Twitch is saying? I agree with their assessment of Sheep. He was definitely a huge factor in the win. Any other questions to point out there?
The one thing I'd say from Twitch chat is that they definitely said giving thanks for TrukTruk for doing all the camera work for this. I'm sure
absolutely.
He understands the pain that DJC had of doing camera work for Highlander, having 9,000 different things happening at once.
Yeah, let's give a little shout out to TrukTruk. Thanks for streaming this for us. Do we have anything else, or do we want to kind of close it out with some shout-outs from you guys? Do you guys have anyone you'd like to thank or give a little yelp to?
Hildreth. For being my favorite.
Excellent. So a little shout-out to Hildreth. How about you, Max?
Shout out to Dill.
Classy. Pudding, you have any shout-outs to make?
I don't know. I mean, shout out to Team 4. Like, we wouldn't be here if Team 4 hadn't stepped up. Like, big shout out to him. That's all I got.
Well, I guess if there isn't anything else, I think it's getting pretty late. I think the VOD of this will be up shortly, and then it'll of course be on the Team Fortress TV YouTube channel. You want to close it out for us, Huey?
Yeah, I do want to point out kind of another unsung hero. Foster didn't get too many mentions tonight, but he was doing quite a bit of work. He was catching Pulse a lot. He was getting kills on the flank. He was coming in on the Ubers. So make sure Foster gets some love as well. No one forget he's out there.
Oh god, I love Foster. It makes my job as a pyro so much easier.
Yeah, he does a lot of work that's just not same as other scouts who are kind of a lot of aggro and just going purely for frags. That almost came out wrong. But yeah, Foster just probably the best team player scout I've ever seen in Highlander, and so again, big ups to him and also Ginyu Force. Thank you all for watching. We had like 800, 900 viewers throughout the entire night. It's really awesome. Thank you for making this season fun to play and cast in. Shout outs to BPM again.
Yeah, can I shout out BPM just real quick? Like, I love all those dudes. Boink, Bronze, like, really great dudes. Even though they had that little incident with Syndicate, still love them. You know, it was fun playing tonight.
Right, and again, of course, thanks to Firefly and GBB, others coming in to cast with me, making this kind of marathon cast a lot more bearable on some kind of mini maps like Croissant a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And of course, TrukTruk for coming on camera after doing like 2 weekends of marathon streaming and camera work. Best cameraman in TF2. Thanks again. So thanks everyone for watching. That's going to be it. I think we might be doing the Season 9 All-Star game eventually, but that's it for Season 9. Highlander. See you back for Season 10.